Politics in the past day or so has obviously had quite a big impact. Joe Biden obviously has decided to pull out of the presidential race, and Kamala Harris has decided to take his place. A lot of people, again, their opinions are very sort of all over the place. Some people actually just don't want a woman to be the president. Now, I might be wrong in saying that. I think she is the first. She would be the first woman president, which would be a mark history, I guess, in America. And it would be pretty crazy to see. I wonder what she has, what policies she has. I wonder how she's going to get America if she does win. Well, let's be honest, she probably will win. I don't think Trump's going to win again. I have a bad feeling Trump is just going to get lost. I mean, again, people just don't want to vote for him because of his whole Project 2025 thing. He said he doesn't endorse that. Is he just saying that to save his bacon? And he's realised, oh shit, people actually don't endorse Project 2025, but there's nothing they can really do when I'm in. So is that what he's trying to do? Is he trying to say that, oh, I don't endorse Project 2025, but when he gets in, he endorses it, to try and bait and switch people and make people think, oh no, I'm not supporting it, so people would vote for him. Now, I don't know who's going to win. It's one of them things where you sat on the edge of your seat. Now, they have raised a lot of money. I think in the last less than a day, they've raised $50 million for the campaign, which is pretty wild to see. I don't know the future of America in the hands of Kamala Harris, and then again, we don't know the future of America in the hands of Trump, do we? I mean, he's made a lot of promises. If he does become president, he's got a lot. He's got a lot to listen to. He's got a lot to, get on with. And I would love to see, I don't know, I'll let the best person win, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, this is politics. It's one of them areas that you kind of want to be very careful where you slip, because it's a very toxic area, politics. It's one of them things that you got to be very careful what you say, and if you say the wrong thing, you either offend someone or piss someone off or whatever. And a lot of the times it's just not worth the hassle. That's why I'm only speaking about it, because it's a pretty big thing. It's something that will impact America. I mean, America again a lot of countries rely on America, and if America's not in a great state, then countries, again, like mainly NATO countries, but a lot of countries would be in shit, So without a good president, it's not going to help America in any way, shape, or form. And I hope whoever does win, I hope if Trump does win, he starts to actually realise and stop messing about and get down to work and start listening to people. Because if you actually want to be a president, now if he does, I think this would be his last term anyway. I don't exactly know. I think maybe they can only serve 2 terms. I could be wrong in that. They may be able to serve more terms. But yeah, I would really love to see this presidential debate. Actually, no. Would we see a presidential debate against Kamala Harris and what's his name, Trump? I don't know. It's a hard one to get through. I don't think he's going to do another debate. In all honesty, I think he's probably just going to leave that one out. Although it would be pretty cool to see a debate, but maybe it's too soon for that. I don't know. Now, obviously, a lot of people again have their mixed opinions about this, and that's, I guess, fair enough. You are entitled to your opinion. Now, will this have more of a impact on Gen Z? I know a lot of Gen Z people will probably be voting as well, and they're the ones who the next proper future are going to impact. Now, I don't know how. I think the voting age in America is 18, isn't it? I think so. The voting age in a lot of countries, I think, is 18. No, I don't know if they're ever going to put the age down for voting. I know countries like the UK have tried to do that before. But I don't know. It would be to try and get more people in. I don't know. But Gen Z, I know Kamala Harris might have a big impact on Gen Z. I don't really know what Trump's got for that sense. Because a lot of them Gen Zers are probably hesitating to vote. They're not on that themselves to vote in. So, it'd be a great thing to see. I am yapping quite a lot, but that's the type of thing. But anyway, let's have a look at what Trump has been putting on Truth Social, because it is quite interesting. Yeah, he doesn't post on Twitter. I don't actually know why he doesn't post on Twitter. You had your whole account unbanned, and you're not posting. I get you have your own sort of social platform, and that makes sense, Truth Social, but I don't really know why you don't just post. Just post to Twitter. It just doesn't really make any sense why you would go through all the effort just to post on your own app. I guess that's Trump for you. However, here are some posts that Donald Trump has decided to post. So we are forced to spend time and money fighting crooked Joe Biden. He polls badly after a terrible debate and quits the race. Now we have to start all over again. Shouldn't the Republican Party be reimbursed for fraud in that everybody around Joe, including his doctors and fake news media, knew he was not capable of running or being president? Just asking. Obviously, he's put out another one. It's not over. Tomorrow, crooked by Joe Biden's going to wake up and forget that he dropped out of the race today. He probably will. It's Joe Biden we're talking about. He's probably going to regret it. He's like, waking up. Oh, yeah, I'm president. I wonder how he's going to react when it gets closer and closer to November. Is he going to... He's going to be still... And then again, even after November and Kamala Harris or whoever does win, he's going to still think he's in the fucking presidential race. It's sort of become a joke now about Biden. He's put out another post. Biden never has COVID or never had COVID. He's a threat to democracy. Now, the funny thing is, and a lot of people kept actually pointing this one out. Now, Joe Biden did say, and it was on video, I'm not going to play it, obviously, but he did say a few years back when the whole COVID situation was getting, I think in 2021, he did say that if you take a COVID vaccine, it stops you getting COVID. Now, I could be wrong. I'm no doctor or no expert on these things, but it doesn't actually stop you getting COVID from what I understand anyway. It reduces your chance of getting COVID. Now, I presume that's what he meant, but still, you got, again, wording like that, Joe Biden, is the type of stuff that you got to be very careful with, because you saying that, people might not understand what you're trying to say, and they might be like, oh, well, this guy said that we're not going to get COVID by taking this vaccine. It's like a bulletproof mechanism against this, but in reality, all it is just reduces the risk of it and makes it a little bit calmer. It reduces the risk of it getting even worse and spiraling out of control. It doesn't stop you getting COVID. But again, you got to be very careful when you're saying stuff like that, because again, people can misinterpret it and think you're actually saying this and that. And that's why Joe Biden was a complete idiot. I'm sorry. He was a complete tool when he came to stuff like that. But then again, the very weird thing about Joe Biden, some of his debate, like when he was doing interviews, he wasn't so bad when it came to talking. Does he get nervous in front of people? Does he get nervous in front of crowds? Is that why he kept falling over? Again, that didn't help him in any situation. He became a meme also, but it embarrassed him. I think he's had probably one of the weirdest presidential terms I think I've ever seen, or I think anyone probably has ever seen in American history. He has kind of pretty much made America look like they're idiots. He's made America look like, what is going on there? what is going on in their country. What are you going at? You know, Biden. And I'm not doing this because I hate. Oh, I'm against left people. I'm not really saying anything like that. It's better to be more neutral than anything on the internet. Yeah, you can have your opinions, but when you sort of spit it out and talk to people on the internet, you kind of want to go from a neutral standpoint. Be like, okay, I don't agree with both of you, type of thing. You know, number one, yeah, that kind of gets you a lot more hate because you get hate from both sides then, but it's probably the best understanding, you know, because that's how you have to look at things these days. Politics is just one of them things that is very, and I mean very, very toxic. I don't know what's gone on with politics and why it's got so toxic over the years. But actually, what am I on about? It's always been toxic. It's a fucking politics. Obviously, he's put another post out. Who is running our country right now? It's not Crooked Joe. He has no idea where he is. If he can't run for office, he can't run our country. I don't know who's going to run or who's going to be controlling it now. In my opinion, I would have actually let Kamala Harris take over. I actually don't know if they can do that, but I would have had Kamala Harris taken over and her do that and have a bit. Because it's quite clear Joe Biden, in my opinion, should just not be president at all. Get him out as soon as possible. He's completely embarrassed himself. He's embarrassed the country. He's failed the country, in fact. Yeah, he's done some decent policies, I guess, from my understanding. However, he's just not helped himself whatsoever. America has, again, been embarrassed to... And the whole war in Ukraine as well. He just gave billions to Ukraine, and I mean billions to Ukraine. Did he forget what billions and millions meant? I mean, I get it. They are fighting a war, and my opinion's obviously very different on that. To go on this, that's a different type of story to talk about the whole Ukrainian war. However, he has spent a lot of money on that, and then again, I wouldn't just say America, as a lot of European countries have spent a lot of money. I don't know what Kamala Harris is going to do. I don't actually know what she said. Let me actually check her Twitter. I wonder if she has said any opinions on this, because it's all over the place. This whole thing it's crazy. She did put out a tweet today. I didn't read it in the last episode. On behalf of the American people, I thank Joe Biden for his extraordinary leadership. Let's be honest, you were probably doing most of the stuff for him anyway, so it's your leadership. As President of the United States and for his decades of service to our country, I'm honoured to have the President's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination. And obviously they've got a party donation as well. No, I don't know if people again, they apparently have made 50 million, which is pretty crazy to say the least. I wonder what's going to happen. This whole thing, I don't know. Now, a lot of people, again, this is getting really bad, you know, Republicans, deep Republicans. Republicans are not really to be messed with. Opinions are very strong. But again, so are liberals, aren't they? Wow, but both sides are very strong opinionated. Very, very strong opinionated. You got one side, Republicans, that are, wow, guns, everything. They don't like trans people. They don't like gay people. You know, they don't like that type of stuff. And then you got on the liberal side of things, they just don't like Republicans. They wish death upon Well, they wish death upon both sides, don't they? You know, they both hate each other to complete pieces. You know, there's school shootings. There was a shooting not long ago, shooting up where a trans person shot up a Christian school. Obviously, Christians are notably more, I think, Republican type or more right-wing type. Not every Christian, obviously, but I think majority of them are sort of leaning on the right side of their preferences. Now, a lot of people, I think they've got some endorsements. I think Kamala Harris has had endorsements from Hillary Clinton and stuff like that. Kamala Harris has secured over a quarter of the delegates needed to win the Democratic presidential nominee so far. That is pretty crazy. History is going to change. The first woman in history, in American history. And the funny and the crazy thing about this is, like, women, actual women, are saying that they don't want a woman as a president, which is kind of wild. And some people are saying they don't want a person of color as the president as well. I mean, we did have Obama, and he was well liked from what I saw anyway. He was very well liked, and people didn't really have a problem with Biden, with Obama, not Biden. I'm turning into Joe Biden now. Jesus. Trump goes after Biden in new rant. Oh yeah, he's. Yeah, I think Camilla's gonna win, man. I think Trump is getting a little scared now. I think he's realizing that Camilla actually might end up winning. I don't think this is what Trump really planned. I don't think he actually planned, or his plan wasn't for Joe Biden to actually slip out. He wanted Biden to continue in the race because maybe he would have stood a chance. But now in the presidential race, Biden's not there anymore. So it's pretty much him against someone else. And I have a feeling he's not going to win again. I have a 100% feeling he's not going to win. The whole shooting and stuff, you know what, after that debate, again, I thought he was going to win against Joe Biden. I had a really good feeling, but against Kamala Harris, I don't know. The only time will really tell who actually wins, obviously. You only will know once it's happened. I wonder what what excuse he will use if she does win. Will he say it's election fraud again and start a riot and storm the Capitol? You know, it's not gonna do well, man. Whoever wins, I just hope they get America on the feet. Couldn't really give a shit who wins, to be honest, but they need to bring America back. Try and pull it back to where it is. I mean, COVID, obviously, I'm not gonna lie, COVID did take quite a big hit to America, and it's quite obvious a lot of people are still suffering from that. I think gas prices are extremely high in America at the moment. I think they were a bit cheaper when Trump was on, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, a lot of people are very mixed opinionated about this whole thing. Who would I like to see win? To be honest with you, I don't know Camilla's sort of plans. Are they going to be very similar to Joe Biden's sort of future plans and what he wants to get done? Or are they going to be very different? I don't really know. Trump's plans, obviously, he wants to stop the war in Ukraine. He really wants to get that done. He wants to try and build back. I think he's been quite strong on the immigration, and he says he wants to fix the whole immigration thing and stop people coming over, which is, it did this year anyway. That was a big problem. I think it was in Texas. There was going to be it was pretty big. There were a lot of immigrants coming over, illegal immigrants, should I say, not actual, not legal immigrants, illegal immigrants. Yeah, that's the confusion a lot of people get. I don't think immigrants are bad, but if you come into a country illegally, I think you should get the same treatment as everyone else. You're not allowed in. Why should you be allowed to come into a country? Again, just because but America and stuff are bombing their country. That's true, but still, and then terrorizing and causing harm to innocent people who are just trying to get on with their life. It's not how we do it. Come on, man, grow up. But I don't know if Trump's going to do any of this stuff he says. I mean, again, he's been very adamant in stopping that. He's, for a long time anyway, he's been very adamant in wanting to stop that war in Ukraine, and he keeps saying that he's going to be able to stop it immediately and stuff like that. Again, I don't know. It's Trump. You can't really understand whether he's going to actually get something done or not. Obviously, a lot of people thought he would be in prison. He would actually be a president, the first president to be arrested and behind bars. It would be quite funny that him just actually controlling the country behind bars. He would have probably hit a world record as the first president to be in jail, incarcerated. I think so anyway. I don't think that's ever happened, although it's a very weird law, the fact that a president can actually still run a country while in jail. The American laws are very wild with stuff like that. Just shows you how much the American system is fucked up. If you can run for presidency while in jail, that just shows you the standard of Americans. But yeah, I don't know who's going to win. It's going to be a pretty wild ride, to say the least. And I guess whoever wins, hopefully they just get stuff done and stop messing about and actually take a lot of it seriously. I think that's when you get a lot of respect from people. Hopefully, whoever gets in does that. And hopefully things aren't crazy on election day and there's no riots and people getting injured, because that's not going to help anyone's situation. And I'm on both sides, but I'm mainly pointing my finger towards the Republican side because, well, they didn't take the information well last time. So, again, only time will tell to see who will win. Let's just hope there's no riots, no immaturity, and, well, may the best person win, I guess.